We don't need third party in our communities. What we need is that bilateral process where we're sitting across face to face in good faith to come up with what's gonna work. We're tired of being poor. We have resources within our communities that are controlled by government. We develop our monies in oil, gas, land, and so on and so forth that go to our trust funds, both the capital and revenue. We have to go big, hat in hand, for our money. And they decide when they're gonna release it to us. That's why we cannot agree in Tundra First Nation to sign the 1415 agreement. Because basically what we're agreeing to poverty. We're agreeing to something where the government, where the minister has enhanced powers, but yet is indemnified of any wrongdoing to our communities. Well, that's not how accountability and responsibility work. And yet the Conservative Party, Conservative government, ran big on accountability. Well, they should be accountable to us as well. We're people, and we matter.
The other thing, when we met with Minister Valcourt, Chief Wapas reminded me of the transparency and accountability on the legislation that have imposed on First Nations people. I called on Minister Valcourt at the meeting in Edmonton last fall. What's the difference between your government and our government? The series of exercises that Onion Lake undertakes with our general membership, we go line by line by line on all departments, including chief and council salaries and expenses in our nation. And any budget that is required from our nation, from the Capital Trust, has to be presented to our people and endorsed by our people through a vote and a motion at the floor of the general meeting. I called Minister Valcourt on that. When you get into Parliament and when you're going to be addressing the budgets for the next fiscal year on behalf of Canada and parliamentarians, I said, Mr. Valcourt, do you go back to your constituency and do you ask all your constituents, this is the budget that we are going to be presenting, what are your thoughts? Do you consult with your constituents? No, you don't. We do that. Well, now which government is transparent, which government is accountable? We are. And to impose this kind of legislation, we are not going to put up with this. We are a sovereign people, and we have never relinquished that sovereignty. The infamous Indian Act created all of this distrust and this chaos and confusion at the time of treaty. Nobody explained to our people that there was an Indian Act that was developed in Ottawa that was going to erode and eradicate every single treaty that was entered in with the Crown.
Chief Jackson, Sound Lake.
Good morning.
Just great process with